guys, it's me, Mrs. Donohue. Welcome to our first online art class. So, I'm really excited about this project and I think you guys will love it. So to start off, what you're gonna need is glue. I'm using stick glue, but normal Elmer's will be fine, but you might want a little brush or popsicle stick to spread it. You need crayons, a pair of scissors, 2 pieces of paper. One can be white, one can be colored, whatever you decide, and a piece of newspaper, all right? So, the project we're gonna be doing today is spring flowers. You're welcome to choose to do a single flower, like this one, and the newspaper is gonna be the background, or you could do a bouquet of flowers. That is completely up to you. So, before we get started, what we're gonna wanna do is get all of our supplies out. And I like putting a piece of paper on the table so I don't get it sticky and messy, so you can do the same if you want to. And I will start off by drawing some flowers. I actually, let's use this. All right. If you're gonna do the bouquet, you wanna try and do a variety of sizes. So I'm gonna choose a darker crayon, just because I like a nice sharp outline. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So you could, let's see. Don't make them too small. The bigger the better. I do the top and bottom one first to make it more even, and then I follow with the side ones. All right, once I've done that, I'm gonna fill in the gaps with little bumps. And that can be one of our flowers. Another way you can do a flower is by, maybe let's do a little bit of a smaller one. Doing nice long petals. I don't like wasting any paper, so I'm gonna actually try and fill this up as much as I possibly can. And then we will go ahead and cut it out when we're done. Okay, maybe that's my one flower. One thing we cannot forget is doing the pot on the bottom. So the way I'm gonna do the pot is I'm gonna go to the bottom edge of the paper and draw 2 lines up. Like that. And then I'm gonna close it off by drawing a small, skinny rectangle. Okay, so you can do that. I'm gonna show you another small type of flower you can go ahead and do. And you can do another circle, and you can add points. And do that the same way you did the first one. And then you can fill it in. Okay, once you get all the flowers done, what you're gonna wanna do is choose your colors, have fun adding colors, color inside the lines, and try and make sure if your paper is white, you don't have any white shining through. If you are using colored paper and you want it to shine through, then you can go a little bit lighter and not worry about it as much. You can always do some blending. So what I mean by that is if, let's say I want to combine red and, let's do red and yellow. If I want to do some red and yellow here, I might start off outlining first, just so I can stay inside the lines, and then I'm gonna fill in the middle. Do that for the rest of the petals, and go up top and blend the yellow right into the red, and it creates a really interesting effect. Most of you guys already know how to do that. Then you're gonna color the pot, and eventually it will turn out something like this. If you want to draw the stem on this, that's fine, and do the leaf, go for it. That's how this one was done. And then we cut the whole thing out. Or this one, which is the bouquet one, I did my flowers, glued them on, glued the pot on, and then I drew my stems right onto the newspaper. So, since we have this part finished, you can go ahead and grab your other piece of white paper and your piece of newspaper, okay? And you are going to create some layers. So I'm going to rip the newspaper, nothing too small because it will take forever. And I'm going to start on the top corner of the paper, okay? So I'm going to put glue on this paper and then put my little piece of newspaper on top. So I'll show you with this stick glue. Do not fill the whole paper because it is going to dry before you have a chance to get to it. So it's best to do one small section at a time. Right here, you're going to notice it's impossible to get it perfectly glued down all at once. So you're going to use your fingers to grab the piece of paper, and if it can lift off the page, that means you need to take glue, lift that corner of the newspaper up, put it underneath it, and then press it down. And make sure all these edges are stuck down, okay? After that, you can continue tearing your paper. You want it to overlap, don't leave big gaps. And fill the entire white piece of paper, doing the exact same thing. Where it does overlap, most likely you'll need to add more glue. So you can do that, press it down, and do the same thing over the entire page. And it will eventually turn out like this, okay? So we are gonna end up trimming all the edges, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So once this is all finished and all your newspaper is glued onto your base, you can grab this. Oh, and with the glue, just make sure you're not doing what I just did and leaving it open to dry out. Okay. Once you have your paper done, grab your flowers. You want to make sure the flowers are completely colored before you cut them out because it just is a lot easier to do when the paper is attached. So I'm going to start off by dividing my paper into sections. I don't like having too much paper on the outside. It just makes it a little bit tougher. Then carefully cut around the edges and go down, and then you can come from the different direction and meet at that point, okay? That's the easiest way to cut corners. It does take a while, so this is why I'm just doing one flower, and then you can go wild and do as many as you would like once you get the hang of what we're doing. free. And I'm going to place it on top of my newspaper. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my flower pot. Go on the edge. I don't remember if I said this before, but when you are drawing your flower, try and get a nice dark outline. It will make your work really, really stand out from the background. Okay, and that's going to be the pot. Move this out of the way. All right, so you want to flip. Don't glue on the newspaper background. Put the glue on the back of the pot. If you do not have stick glue and you feel like using this type of glue, it works just fine. Just make sure you're getting enough glue close to the edge so it doesn't peel off. All right. I kind of filled it up like that. That works. And if you do have a brush, you can go ahead and spread it out. All over the paper. All right, once that's done, put it in the middle towards the bottom, okay? So put your pot down first. Then you can do the same thing with your flower. Make sure you get the edges. And then fill in the middle. And go ahead and add that to the top. Okay, so once I have my flower connected, you can get a green crown. Do your little stem. You can add a leaf if you want. Okay, and if you're still up for some more final touches, you can find a dark crayon. I usually like using a black crayon because it gives out the sharpest line. So you can go around the edge of this with your black and do a nice outline, okay? But this is up to you. I like how it looks when I do this. So try it out, okay? After you're completely done everything, what you can do, if you look on the back, you see all these jagged edges, take your scissors and just clean it up. And once you're done all this, your project will be complete, all right? So, once you have your project, hang it up, be proud of it, show it off. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I can't wait for next week's art project, okay? So take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye.